Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I have a huge announcement to make, and that is that we have a Shockwave device. You might have a lot of questions. What the heck is a Shockwave device? Well, I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to share with you how Shockwave works in your body, what it does, little of what it does not, and then at the end I'm going to share our one treatment challenge, which I think you're going to be very excited to find out about. It's a phenomenal way for people to get relief with almost zero risk. It's amazing. So first off, my name is Dr. Nelson. I practice here in Keller, Texas. I have my own practice, Advocate Wellness. The links for all of that will be in the bio, in the description, if you want to learn more. But let's talk about Shockwave. So first off, it's got a great name to it, and people often ask me if it has anything to do with electricity, and the answer is no. It sends shockwaves of sound through the body. If you've seen some of my other videos, you'll see me treating patients and I'm holding a wand-like device that goes click, 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 sometimes slower if there's a more powerful sound wave going into the body, and sometimes faster if we're treating something that's closer into the surface. The whole goal of those sound waves, of those shocks going into the body, is that it does primarily three things. The first is to break up scar tissue. You can have the most relaxed muscles you want to, but if the scar tissue is still in place, joints will not be able to move like they're supposed to. The muscles will not be able to release to their full end potential, and you're just not going to have the movement that you're supposed to have. And to make matters worse, you're going to have increased injury risk. The second thing the Shockwave does for you is that it increases blood flow to the area. The stimulation and the pressure pumps blood in and out of that area and increases the circulation. This is particularly important in areas where there's already decreased blood flow and elevated inflammation. Elbows, knees, the arches of the feet, I've seen all of these areas have very drastically reduced blood flow with certain patients. And it is one of the beautiful things when we're treating a patient and I see that that blood flow return to that area. It's like, yes, the blood carries all sorts of healing factors and nourishment for your cells. And without that proper blood flow, your body can't repair itself. The third main thing that Shockwave therapy does, and this is probably the most important thing that it doesn't just break up the scar tissue. It doesn't just help restore and improve the blood flow to the area. The most important thing that it does is that it turns a chronic, long-term inflammation, a degenerative inflammation, and it kickstarts it into a short-term healing, constructive inflammation. You might have heard inflammation as a bad thing, but the truth is, in order to heal, we need a little to a moderate amount of inflammation, but it needs to be the short-term kind. Short-term inflammation and long-term inflammation are very different. The short-term leads to healing, the long-term leads to degeneration, breakdown, and all sorts of bad things. A lot of arthritises, for instance, are in that long-term category. Versus if you have a situation where you have a sprain or something like that, that's more short-term inflammation. The goal is to keep it in short-term until the healing's done and then move on. Shockwave will take an area of the body and cause a little bit of microtrauma and take it from that chronic long-term inflammation and move it across to that short-term healing inflammation. So it's phenomenal at that. We've seen amazing results from patients. So let me read for you some of the notes that I've gotten from patients, some of the feedback. One patient said, "I feel so loose," particularly talking about her shoulders. They had not felt that loose in years. Another patient said, "I can feel the relief in my toes." We were working on his lower back, and he didn't realize that his feet were hurting until he felt relief flooding down to his feet from the work we were doing on his spine in his low back. So that was really, really cool. Conditions that Shockwave Shockwave is indicated for. If you do a little research, you'll find that it is phenomenally helpful for plantar fasciitis, rotator cuff tears, elbow issues like tennis elbow, golfer's elbow, and stuff like that. But it can also be applied for other things. Ankle sprains, knee pains, especially some of those pesky chronic knee problems. This is glorious for that. I use it as a chiropractor to help loosen up the muscles on either side of the spine for patients who may have chronic issues, either from carrying children, they might have been in car accidents, they might have hurt themselves lifting something, either in the gym or at home, and it just hasn't gotten resolved. So I use it to loosen up those muscles and make the adjustments so much more comfortable. But some additional benefits that we see is headaches going away. A lot of those are due to muscular tension in the neck and the shoulders. Bicep tendons are healing properly. There's a really cool one treatment challenge video that we documented. I will drop that in the description of Delonte and his bicep tendon. I have permission to share his story. It's really cool. So if you have pain on the front of your shoulder, you'd want to check out that video. So we're getting phenomenal feedback from patients here. It's been in the practice here for a week, and I want to share it. So the way I'm going to do this is, it sounds really, really good, and I want to show you how good it is. I'm this confident in my ability to find an area that needs it and its ability to change your life that I'm issuing the one treatment challenge. What this is you can sign up online, again, link in the description, for the one treatment challenge. You come into the office, we do a complimentary consult, and then if I believe I can help, I'll apply the Shockwave treatment to that area. If it's not improved, we'll film the before, so we have video we can look at if it's range of motion or pain or anything else like that, and then we'll do the treatment, and then we'll do the after video. And if it's not better, you owe nothing. If it changes and improves your life, it's $52 a treatment. Now we have packages and other things and ways to save available for you, but the first things first, I want to see, one, do you have a condition that we can help with? Two, is this treatment going to be right for you? I think that's the common sense approach to this, and I want to make this available to y'all. So thank you so much for watching. I've already spent a little bit longer on this video than I wanted to, but I hope it was helpful. Like and subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this. And make sure to look out for those one treatment challenge videos if you want to see what you'd be getting yourself into. If you want to book with me, links in the description. Love you guys. God bless. Health and blessings. See you in the next video.